Hi everyone. I am back to show you how this turned up. I had forgotten, one of the videos that I watched said before you paint it you should seal it, and I forgot, and I noticed I used some alcohol. I have alcohol ink here that is, as soon as I brushed it on, the whole thing got real sticky and tacky. So I think you could probably put this in a glass of water and it would completely dissolve. It's very light, very delicate. You can see this one didn't turn out. It just pops. It's not paper clay, but it feels so light like paper clay. It reminds me of a cross between, it almost feels like plaster of Paris when it's drying because it's cold. But see, I mean, I can take this stuff off with my fingernail, and then sand the edges with a little nail file here. It's very, very lightweight. These thinner ones did not turn out. However, I really do like the way the bigger ones turned out, so I'll be looking for some bigger molds. This one, and I may be able to use, like this piece, if I break that off, I can still use some of these smaller pieces here and there if I want to. But because I don't have a sealer at the moment, I'm gonna have to try this again and find some kind of a sealer that's a spray. I don't want to use Mod Podge or anything like that. So I'm going to try that, and then I'll try the alcohol inks again. This didn't do like I thought it would, but this turned out, and I hope you can see that. This is just, I sanded the backs, and I just put them down on top of, I have these big old files over here, and I just rubbed it back and forth. If I was going to do a lot of these, I'd wear a mask because it's very dusty. But all I did was, and I didn't even add any ink to this, I took my ink and I just went around like that, whoops, and brushed over it like that, and it pulls up the detail, and that's exactly the kind of embellishment that I'm looking for and what I wanted to do with these. So I'm going to do that with some of these. I did go ahead and do a little bit on this little flourish here. And there again, I don't have a file that's small enough to fit in these little crevices, but I was able to take in some of these places and just use my fingernail to get in there, because in those really thin areas that comes right off. Now you can see this one, there were two of these. Where's the other one? Oh, the pink one. The tip came off. This piece down here broke off, and I think it was kind of weak when it came out of the mold. So definitely next time, I waited about an hour before I took these out of the mold, but then they kind of curve as they're drying because there is a little bit of shrinkage. I think I'll leave those in the mold next time till they're completely dry. But the corners, they turned out real neat. So I'm going to actually get some ink out here. So I'm assuming, since this works with the vintage photo, that it's going to work with any color of ink that I have. So I thought I would get some pink also. I'm going to be starting a new journal, and I'm going to be using Pink Grace by Calico Collage. I just want to get off some of those little pieces. You can see how much dust comes off of it. Just so that it's not, I mean, I don't care if it's perfectly smooth, but I just don't want it to look really rough around the edges. So, and then I'll do the sides here. See, this one even has the texture on the sides. That's cool. You can see so much more once you add that ink. So that's going to be really cool. And I think around here somewhere I've got gold and silver paint. So I think that may, I hope you guys can see that. I can't see. But anyway, I think with maybe some gold and silver paint would be cool to brush on too. And then of course I can tell that these are going to have to be completely sealed. So I'll get some kind of a spray sealer, varnish, something to protect them with. But that's not a big deal. In fact, I excuse me, I had some around here. We were using it for the rocks. Remember when everyone was hiding rocks at the park and all that? My kids got really into painting rocks and hiding them, and we would varnish those just in case sprinklers came on or something. And but that one's got a neat pattern too. The other thing that I noticed that I was not careful about when I was putting the clay into the molds, I didn't work the clay enough to get the ugly knots out, and in some places you can see little cracks and things where the clay was not all the way down. But that one looks cool too. This one's more flowers. And let's do this one. This is the one I did that came apart when I took it out and I redid it. So this one's nice and thick. This is a little over 1/8 of an inch thick. So I don't want to take off those pieces, are thin on the ends. And you know, it just feels like clay. I don't know how else to describe it, but you can see on the tip there, I didn't do a good job filling that one in, but this one is very Celtic looking. I like that one. And like I said, this is just vintage photo that we're using, but I wanted to see what all the patterns look like, and I figured this would be the easiest way. I've already sanded this one. Ooh, this one looks like a fan. I really like this one. That looks cool. But yeah, I think I want to use a spray varnish so that I don't have to worry about it getting gunky. So there we go. I hope you're able to see those and it's not getting blurry. I took the autofocus off because it kept zooming in and out for no reason, making everything crazy. Alright, let's see what this one looks like. This one doesn't have a lot of detail, but it's cool. So I'm going to make another batch of these and pay more attention. You know, you got to play. What do they say? Live and learn. So this one's kind of cool. You could probably put like a little napkin decoupage in the middle of that one. Wouldn't that be cool? I mean, yeah, I think that would look neat, especially if you did something, you know, shiny to protect it. So let's see this one here. This was in that one with these skinny pieces. And all of these, I think, were actually intended for sugar work or fondant or something of that nature, not necessarily made for clay. But I just looked up silicone molds and these came up, so I didn't clean this one out, but you can see that I can just use my thumb and take those little pieces out. What I need is one of those round skewer type sanding little sanding tools. But yeah, I had ordered a set of the palette knives from Hobby Lobby, which was supposed to be here today, but it got bumped to tomorrow. And then I went to the post office today and stopped by my Dollar Tree, which has got a whole new craft section, thank goodness. And yeah, I had a handful of stuff, and I was going to show you today, but I wanted to do my haul all at once. And then I found out Hobby Lobby was tomorrow, so I'll do one next week. That one's cool. Does it go that way or this way? I guess it doesn't matter. This looks like, almost reminds me of Cinderella for some reason, the coach, something, I don't know, very royal looking. So yeah, those are really, really cool. Better than I thought. So let's try another color. Let's try to do a pink. I'm going to save this because I'm going to use it again. But and I've got ink all over me. This is from the alcohol ink. And what I have these bottles, these are from a plaid tie-dye kit, but instead of mixing them with water, I mixed them with alcohol so that they would last. And that's what I use for coloring ribbon or fabric. I don't do it a lot, but that's what I would use if I do it. Okay, so I've got this pink, the Pixie Pink. Let's see how that does. Gotta get my sponge inked up. Okay. That's not quite dark enough, I think. I think I would need a darker pink, but let's see it through. Oh, maybe not. Just keep adding it. And then I wonder, it's going to lighten as it dries. I kind of like the way it looks, now when it's dry. So I may try to find a varnish that's matte. Maybe I'll get both. That way I can pick what I want at the time. So that's pink. That looks good. All right, let's try this this blue. I love this crystal blue. I'm going to have to order me another package of these spongy bits. Because I've only got like maybe 6 or 7 left. Okay, so let's try crystal blue. I don't think it comes out quite as dark as that picture, but maybe. It's been a while since I've used this one. So this one's super thin, and it kind of got a little twisty when it was drying. So yeah, I may try letting them dry in the mold. Ooh, that's pretty. I think I'm going to like that one. And then I need to try, now I heard that you can take that clay and add just a drop of acrylic paint, and you can change the color of the clay. So I want to try to make the real, like the real cameos where they do the white in the front and then the the darker color in the back. But that looks kind of cool with the blue too, doesn't it? So yeah, I like that. So far, I really think I like this one the best, but what I like is that I can customize that. So what else have I got over here? I've got an orange. I don't really want to use an orange. Ooh, I have the sapphire blue. Let's try that. I think I can probably just use the same blue sponge. This would go well with the kit that we just finished. The navy blue and vintage roses. This might be too dark, but let's do it on this one. No, that looks cool. I think it's going to be cool no matter how you do it. And I just love how all that detail comes out. Yeah. That's nifty. Let's go ahead and do the rose one. Yeah, this is going to be awesome, guys. I'm so excited about this. Now I'm going to have to get some more molds, because I saw some that had frames, or they have the frame that this sits inside of. That would be really cool. So yeah, that's pretty. And I don't know why on the picture these turned out, they look yellow, but they are white. They were kind of a grayish white when they were wet, but they did dry white. So yeah, what else can I use over here? I want to try a lighter color and see if it gives me a contrast. Let's try this champagne color. It's very pale, like a little bit more than an ivory. Look at what I just did. And this color, guys, does not want to come off until you wash your hair. I used to joke with everybody, I always use this one. Is it Outdoor Denim? Is that the name of it? Oh no, it was Sapphire. Well, I think it's used to be Outdoor Denim. And once it's there, it's there. And yeah, the only way it would come off is when I washed my hair. So something in the shampoo, you know, I can wash my hands all day long and it won't take it off, but something in the shampoo cuts through it. Good thing I'm not going to church tomorrow, because that's going to be there. All right, let's do one more. This will be kind of a yellowy color, but I don't want to use a yellow, so this is more of a, well, it's a champagne. It's a pale tan. Okay. I don't know if I've ever even used this. I must have used it. Oh, it looks like it's got a green, kind of almost a green background to it. Well, that's nice. Very similar to the vintage photo in the feel of it. This kind of almost mimics gold, in my opinion. Yeah, I like that. Don't have quite enough ink on my sponge to get in all the crevices, but I think you can get the idea. That looks cool. Here we go. It's kind of on paper it's very light, but it kind of has a greenish gold look to it on here. So I like that, and totally different than the brown of the vintage photo. So yeah, so that's cool. I hope you guys enjoyed seeing that. I thought, you know what, I'm going to play with these and maybe you guys would want to see it too. So I think they turned out really neat. But there again, they definitely will have to be sealed before I would want to put them on anything. And you can see the difference in these blues now. That light blue is almost turning kind of a green color. But I like the pink is very vintage looking as well. These I think would be my favorite colors. The pink, the champagne, and the vintage photo. And I really like how the corners turned out. Yeah, I'll definitely be making more of these, and I'll have to do 4 at a time of these, or you know, at least I would want to have 2 on a page. I guess you could do one corner This one kind of looks like a fan you could put in somebody's hand, but yeah. Okay, well guys, I'm gonna go. I hope you enjoy your weekend, and I'll see you next time. Thanks for watching.